the secret. Dwayne is hiding in the basket.
What's in the basket?
Some of the tenants claim to have heard noises coming from this room. Like someone on a rampage.
What's in the basket?
You're that kid Needleman warned me about, the Bradley boy, the freak we separated.
I know an awful lot of guys, Dwayne. But you're different. What's in the basket?
What's in the basket?
What's in the basket?
My brother.
Open it, if you dare. Basket case.
I'm at the point where I'm, you know, more willing to get help than I used to be. You know, when I get stuck and I had no idea where to go. I know I need to cross a bridge, and I know where it is. It's this. This is where I need to go. And there's a key item that you need to pick up. So I have been here before. I got to this area when I found the void armor. So I knew about it. I know there's certain things you have to do in this game like you do in any other game to, you know, to progress, in spite of the fact that you can re-roll and the map does change. You still have to do certain things to do other things. So I need to find the Undying King, and as far as I know, it's across this bridge. I need to find the key to get past it, to get past that barrier. So I just went online. I did. I thought, screw it, I'm going to check a video to find out, you know, where the key is, what I have to do to get it. And the first video that I checked had the person coming back here, which is where I got the void armor. So watching them following the same path, when they turn this corner, this is not here. What's in front of them is a spire, like a kind of a slanted, almost pyramid-looking spire with a passageway, an opening. You know, you go through. It's kind of like V-shaped. You go through it, and I haven't gone further with their video, but they're headed in that direction. So I'm assuming that they have to go through there. So what the hell do I do now when I'm not looking at what they're looking at? This is what I'm looking at this. So if I have to go through the structure that they're heading towards, and it's not here now for me, that means I have to re-roll. And I had to re-roll earlier in the game to get to an area, to get to, I think it's the tree mother? I don't know, whatever, the tree lady. It took me a while. Even when I re-rolled, it took me 3 times, and even then I was not able to follow the same exact route that the person, you know, I'd watched, you know, in this particular video. I managed to get there, but it took me a little extra time. So again, I'm back with the same thing. Re-rolling sounds really great in theory, and I was so hyped for it when I bought the game. This just to me means having to do other, you know, do re-rolling, which is going to put me, I don't know where, and how many times am I going to have to re-roll to get this my world map to roll out the same way this person's did, so that I can go through the past. It just seems like such an extra hassle to go through the game, to progress through the game. So on one hand, it's like great. It makes the game change, and it's not boring. You're always doing different things. It makes it more playable, replayable. You get more items and all of that. There's a lot of good stuff, but this part of it right in here that I'm looking at sucks. You know, it just sucks. So I'm going to stop the recording and re-roll until I get my world rolled out the way I need to, and then, you know, if I do manage to get it, then I'll start recording again. And you know, I don't know. I just don't know how much more of this I want to do. I'm trying to settle in with the horde mode, and you know, it did feel good when I finally beat you know, I beat the ancient construct. But then, you know, thinking, oh great, I'm where this person is, you know, where I need to go, where this person went, and then I find out, yeah, great, I'm here, but you know. So I'm sure I'm being really annoying with this, and for anybody that is watching my videos, you know, I am sorry. I'm not like this in games. I get pissy, I get angry when I'm fighting bosses and dying over and over. You know, I'm like every other gamer that struggles, you know, to get through a game. But something like this has never happened to me before because I've never played a game with reroll. And it just added to the horde mode, which I've been struggling with, and it's made it something else that's turning me off to this game. But I still have a part of me that really likes the game, and I don't want to quit. And I have some other things going on in my life right now where, you know, when things are not going really well for me, I tend to turn to my gaming to, you know, to kind of lose myself and get away from the shit I'm dealing with. But this is just giving me extra shit, different shit that I don't feel like dealing with. So I'm thinking maybe I should just quit the game and go on to something else. I do have other games I haven't played or even started. I should say finished. I haven't even started them. You know, to do this. So I don't know. I gotta shut up. I'm sorry. I really am. I'm just, you know, if I upload this, if I do upload this to anybody that watches it, I apologize. I really do. I probably shouldn't upload it. Anyway, that's all. Well, I don't know what to do. I found somebody else's video. You know, to do what I have to do, go where I have to go. To there's a boss I have to fight. I get a key, and then, you know, whatever. There's just some things I need to do to get to the Undying King. But I'm watching this video, and I'm reading some of the comments on it. People are saying the same thing I am. Dude, I have the same problem. I cleared everything, and I cannot find the hero. Me too, man. I re-roll a campaign and I finished, well, no, that's not the one. Somebody managed to figure it out. Lol, I can't find Ardent, but found the Loom of the Sun, which is where I think I'm trying to find. Let's see. The dungeon that the boss is in is random too. Mine was in a different dungeon than what this guy got. I'm trying to find, I'm stuck after getting the beam bright. Well, that's totally different. I felt like I've gone through all my doors, and I just go back to the bosses I faced. I cannot find the boss or this boss or the other. I know where the Dying King is, but can't get to him because I don't have the key. So the boss, I can't find... yeah, somebody else can't find the Black Sun dungeon. I keep finding the Ardent dungeon. I'm in the burrows, by the way, and somebody else said the same thing. They follow this guy's, you know, going to the Ardent Temple. You have to get to the end of the Ardent Temple. Somebody ended up with the same thing where I am, in the burrows. They followed this guy's instructions, and when they went through the same passageway, you know, that he went through, that I went through, I'm in the burrows. I'm not where this guy, my map is different. Somebody else is having the same problem. What is... Everyone's, yeah, it says, no one pay attention to any of this. Everyone's is completely different. This game is so huge. Most of the times I don't know where I must go, so it's so confused. It's such a confusing game. This is just on one video. There's some other stuff, but, you know, obviously I'm not the one, not the only one having this problem. You know, why, again, this whole re-roll, in theory, is such a great idea. But they've made it so complicated that even if you get to an area, if you're willing to find help, you get to an area that somebody has showed to go to, but your map is rolled out differently. What do? I'm not where this guy was when he went through the same passageway. I'm someplace else. I've had this happen over and over again. And, I've just moved on to other places. And then at other times I've done re-rolling. The problem now is I've upgraded my character. So if I re-roll, all of the enemies are just going to scale to where I am now. So all of my upgrading is going to be, for naught. I mean, just wasted. So obviously, I feel bad about this, but I feel better in the sense that I know I'm not the only one. Yeah, in fact, there's somebody that I read previously that said they were getting so frustrated, and these are people that have played, that were playing the game, back when it did. I mean, I'm obviously doing this much later, but somebody said that they were actually getting close to deleting the game because they were getting so tired of getting lost and not being able to go where they needed to go because of the world, rolling out differently for everybody. So in theory, again, this sounds really, really good, but this is making it so much more complicated than it needs to be. On top of that, I get lost in games anyway that are open world, so adding this reroll is just making me even more lost and more confused. And I don't want to quit the game. So I'm basically, at this point, I can either keep looking on YouTube for videos that maybe somebody is going to be closer to where I am, or I have to reroll. Those are my only two options. And I honestly don't want to do either. I don't want to spend, I don't have a lot of, I don't want to be wasting my time on YouTube trying to find, a proper video for my rollout. And, the thought of re-rolling again and having my world completely different, and again, not knowing if that's going to bring me any closer to where I need to be. Shit, this sucks. The Scouring Wastes. I'm in the Scouring Wastes. I'm just going in circles. I can't get, I can go back to the Eastern Wind, the Monolith, all of these places they're telling me to go back to, and I don't have access to what they have access to. So that basically means having to re-roll and then having to open up the world again. I don't mind redoing everything, in New Game Plus. But the fact that I'm still in New Game and I am just doing nothing, I am making no fucking progress at all. This is just ridiculous to me. It feels like my life. This is how I feel in my life right now. Doing so much and getting absolutely nothing accomplished. Like a hamster on a wheel.
Yeah, just fucking reroll.
I can't believe this. I really can't. When a game, when you progress through a game, and it gives you certain missions to do, and some of them you can't accomplish because your world is not opened up in a way to accomplish them. So you can keep going in circles and like a hamster on a wheel, but you can't do those missions because you need an item, but you can't get the item because your world map is rolled out in a way that doesn't allow you to get to the area where the item is, where the boss is that you have to fight to get. This is totally insane to me. I read some other comments on it, and that were even, yeah, just as frustrated as I am. I've been through this area over and over again. They're saying, I can't find this area. I can't find this dungeon. I can't find this passageway. My world is, no matter, I've re-rolled several times, and I'm not opening up the area I need to go to find the item or to find the boss or to find the passageway. So what is the point of this? And if you re-roll, instead of just scrambling the areas rather that you've opened up and making them, different so that you have to maybe go through them and keep exploring them, it wipes all of those out. I re-rolled, and everything, and I've done this before and I knew this would happen, every area I have opened up is gone. And what I'm showing now, instead of the Undying King, this is what I'm getting. But I can try to do this and have the same problem. If I need to find an item or find a passageway, I may not be able to find it because it's not open for me. What is eventually people are making their way through the games and they're playing almost a totally different game than other people are. Different bosses, different, endings and all of that. That's great. But I have not been able to actually follow through on any of what I've been told to do. Not enough to get to the end of the game. I'm just, again, going in circles. So I have a save file back to earlier where I was before I re-rolled. But if I do that, I'm stuck trying to find the Undying King or having to get to him, but not able to get to the boss I need to fight to get the item I need to fight to get to the... I'm raising my voice. I'm just so upset. It's just... I've gone beyond mixed feelings about this game, the love-hate feeling that I had going on, and I'm just hating this game at this point. I don't know. Obviously, some other people are having shit like I am. Even their re-rolls are not putting them where they need to be, and so I don't know. This feels like the way my life is right now. This is what it feels like this game is turning out for me, just doing so much and getting nowhere. And I should not be playing this game. I really shouldn't. I want to just go through it and, like I said, say, well, okay, it's rolled out differently for me. I'll just play it out and get to whatever ending I get to. But I can't even do that. Because again, my mission was to get to the Undying King. And eventually when I was to find Tree Mother, to get to the church, I was able to do it. But this has just been dragging on and on and on with that, without that happening. Just, one blockade after another, one dead end after another. And so I have used up all of my options the way my game is rolled out. And with that mission that I'm supposed to do, I can't do it. And the thought of being back at the Founder's hideout, and having to, again, just go through the same bloody areas that I started, the game in. This is like... I don't know. And I am such a bullheaded person. I don't know why. I have abandoned games in the past because I lost interest or whatever. It just, it hasn't happened very often, but I have quit. With this, it's this sense of loving, again, I have to say loving the world. It's just less and less now for me that the frustration is it's just too much. So, I don't know. I'm going to stop for now. I said that earlier, and I've come back to it a few times, but this is, again, here I'm looking at Investigate for its, Founder for its hideout, but I'm right back where, I know where this is, I don't even want to pick that one item up. Yeah, this is great. After all of the hours I've spent in this game, this is where I am.